Hello and welcome to another edition of the Autocar India podcast. I'm Animesh and with me again, Mr. Scoop Hormaz Sorabji. Hormaz, thanks for joining us. Happy to be podcasting again.
After a long time, yeah, it's good to chat and banter on what's happening in the auto industry and market.
All right, so we've just got days to go before the Autocar Performance Show. What can be expected this time around?
Well, I think it's grown bigger and better. We've got some new brands coming in for the first time. Bentley is going to be there, Triumph is going to be there. So I think people are seeing the value in coming to the show. Otherwise, we've got just about everyone: Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Jaguar, Land Rover, you name it. They're virtually
Any
all
exciting
there.
models?
Well, I think Fiat are choosing to kind of unveil their Abarth for the first time at the show, and Hyundai also going to be showing the Genesis, which they've not shown in India before. Now they're not officially launching it, but they want to get some feedback on it. So they're using the performance show to get a sense of whether there's a market for really upmarket luxury car with a Hyundai badge on it.
Okay, that's a lot of cars which are going to be there at the APS, and you just spent another weekend with around 21 other cars. That was for the Car of the Year jury round. How was that?
That's right. So, I mean, it's been just cars and cars, just a crazy 10 days concentrated of cars. I'm not complaining, but it is very, let's say, tiring. But I think the jury round was good, but I think it's going to be really a close call this year. And I think, there are so many, there's such a wide variety of cars. In fact, cars in individual segments are not even forming because a lot of the cars are standalone in their segments. But clearly, there's really a wide range. So you've got like small cars from the Alto K10, all the way up to the Jaguar F-Type. So you can really see that there's a wide spectrum of cars, and that's really reflective of the car market because manufacturers are filling all the niches possible and offering as many models as possible too.
When can we expect the results?
Jan 9th, that's when we have the Autocar Awards at the Taj Lands End. So I think that's the day everyone's going to know who the winners are and the true champion, which is the Autocar Car of the Year 2015.
Any hints that you can give us?
Well, I don't know really, to be honest, because I think as we speak right now, I think the audit is going to be done. Obviously, the judges all have a fair idea. They're very experienced. I think I'm really proud of our jury because they've been in the business of testing cars for a long time, and we've had it consistent over the last several years. So there's a certain consistency to the way the judging and evaluation is done as well.
Let's talk about the magazine. The December issue is out on stands, and yes, it's got the DC Avanti on the cover, India's first sports car. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think, we deliberated whether to put it on the cover, but then we felt, being Indian and looking at it through kind of tri-colored tinted lenses, we felt, we have to do our bit for Make in India. I mean, I think it is a bold step by Dilip Chhabria. Clearly, it's not going to be easy. I think the car looks good. Obviously, a lot of people find the looks, they're polarized about the looks.
They are.
So some people don't like it from the rear, but I think overall it is striking, and what you can't deny is that it makes a certain impact when you see it pass, and we saw that when we were testing it at Ambi Valley. So clearly I think the looks is going to be a strong point for most of the people who buy it. Obviously the purists will have some issues on the styling, which they might have wanted cleaner lines, but if you look at the price and you look at the looks and you look at the spec, I think you're getting a lot of bang for the buck. I think the key challenge will be the last 10%. There's still a lot of work to be done, a lot of refinement to be done. I think if DC gets that right, this really could put them on the map.
Okay, let's move on to the big scoop of the month in the magazine, which was Maruti's touted competitors for the EcoSport and the i20.
That's right.
Could you tell us a bit more about that? YBA and YRA?
Yeah,
right?
they're known by their codes right now. We don't
Okay.
know the real market name. So YRA is the big hatchback and YBA is a compact SUV. So clearly we've got these scoop shots and we've done some renderings on it to give our readers an idea of what it is. Obviously the YRA, the big hatchback is going to be an i20 competitor. One can see it's got a lot of space inside, and unlike the Swift, which is a distinct two-box design, this is a more kind of a mono space, more cab forward design, so it really points at a lot of interior space inside. So I think this car is going to be majoring on interior space to take on the i20. Coming to the YBA, which is the EcoSport rival, that again, it looks like a mini Vitara. Styling is better than most Marutis are. I think it's got a little bit of road presence, still pretty angular and straightforward, which is like like most Suzukis. But I think again this has got a lot of potential, because from what we hear it's going to have a 1.5 diesel engine, so it'll have a good amount of pep, and it's going to be very competitively priced. Plus the compact SUV segment is really popular.
Yeah.
And I think
When
this will
can we
take it up.
expect these?
I think the time frame really is 2015 to 2016. So
Won't it be too late for Maruti to be coming into?
I think it's never late. It's you just keep coming in. That's your product cycle plan is like that. So I mean, so I think it's you've just got to come when you develop it. So it's better late than never in this business. So I think it's good for Maruti. They'll be plugging some niches that they are absent in.
I must talk to you about car safety. It was quite an issue around 3 to 4 weeks back, and we've had that much time with it. So how are the companies whose cars were mentioned in those reports, how are they coping with it?
Well, we've done a big feature on it in this issue, and clearly I think the bottom line is most Indian cars are unsafe, as has been really highlighted by the NCAP studies. And I think they've singled out the Go. Yes, it is unsafe. We know that it's got 0 stars, but I think it's been unfairly singled out because there are other cars also which don't meet the crash requirement. Now the argument is that it's a modern car, so it should have met the crash requirements, but the others are much older cars. But in the end, crash is a crash here. You're not going to be saved just because your car is older than the Go is. So I think the Go has been singled out rather unfairly. I don't know if there's an agenda over there or what, but I think the bottom line is these studies are good because it does highlight the safety or the lack of safety, and it puts a lot of pressure on the car manufacturer to really up their game. I feel sorry for the car manufacturers because really you have to walk a fine line, because in the absence of regulation, do they take the moral high ground and put in the safety features which really pushes the price of the cars up a lot, like we've seen with the Volkswagen Polo, but then there are not too many takers for the car, so then you don't have the sales. So again, it's a business, and a lot of companies as it is have really tough cost pressures. The margins are very thin. So putting in features which the customer doesn't appreciate, do you do it? So it is a tough one over there. But I think in the end, with safety such an emotional subject, I think manufacturers are going to be forced to introduce at least airbags in all their variants, and I think that's a great thing. So again, coming back to that, it's great that the crash worthiness of these cars has been highlighted, and I think more and more tests NCAP do, I think it'll give a clearer picture. So there's no place to hide now whether your car is safe or unsafe.
Alright, so on that note, thanks so much for your time. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching.